Oh shoot. I already messed up. Already making mistakes. It's been too long. I've gotten weak. My Christmas break has messed with me already. Alright, 15 minutes. We're at home. Basically 4:15. It's a 3:30 game. I don't know why Madden time frames are all weird. In Minnesota, 15 minutes. Can we take a few seconds off the play clock to make it a little less painful? And we are off with the final regular season simulation, of course. I'll be doing these throughout the regular season, and I am looking to gain myself an Elgato, so hopefully we can get a face cam going for these pretty soon. That'd be pretty sweet. But the playoff ones will be hype. I'm really excited to get my previews going, assuming the Vikings don't shit the bed on Sunday and the Eagles win, because my God, would that be horrible if the Eagles would ruin the Vikings fans' season two years in a row. But hopefully that's not the case. I have faith. At home, I think the Vikings have a pretty solid chance to beat the Bears. But I'm not super confident first playoff game. But this is definitely a Kirk Cousins game. Beating a team to get into the playoffs is such a huge game for Kirk Cousins. But this Week 17 Madden simulation is in the air. Fielded 7 yards deep in the end zone, and the first play will be a kneel down. So here comes, as I dubbed, Fast Ponder, Mitchell Trubisky. Trying out on the field. Basically, what I mean by that, everything going well. He has, unlike Ponder, he has a lot of supporting cast, 2 really solid running backs, where Ponder just had Adrian Peterson. It's debatable which was better, but here he is in the pocket. He has time middle of the field overthrew him. And that's what we saw in Chicago and what you've seen if you watch the Bears throughout the season. Trubisky's a pretty horrible pocket passer. He's really good on the move. He's got really good speed, which, fast Ponder. That's one thing Ponder was good at, is his bootleg and then running the football. What's up, Big Fatty? Dog, I'm always ready for the playoff push. I've been ready since we got blowing out in Philly. I am so ready to see if this Kirk Cousins can't beat winning teams thing's true or not. Play action. Trubisky scrambling to his left, looks, throws across the body to the right, deep. He's got his man, Gabriel. 47. You only see that in Madden.
Chicago, 47 yards.
Just blew past the Vikings defensive backfield. Taylor Gabriel. J-Ron Curse. The Vikings running a 3 safety set. They got man coverage down the field. J-Ron Curse on Taylor Gabriel, their best receiver this year. 47. Looked like Trubisky wanted to scramble to his left. He flashed Gabriel wide open down the sideline to his right. He steps his foot into the turf at US Bank Stadium and throws a strike 40 yards down the field. Now he's in a shotgun formation, 5 wide. Trubisky 3-step drop, middle field wide open. Within the 10-yard line, tackled is their tight end. Harrison Smith brings him down. Who says that Trubisky can't throw the football? Throwing out this drive 67 yards all through the air.
Because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways.
But this is what the Vikings have been good at, especially the second half of the year, basically ever since the Rams game, is being an extremely tough situational football, a defensive football team. You don't score touchdowns in the red zone, and you've got a very hard time converting on third downs. So now it's first and goal from the 8. Vikings line up in the nickel, 4-3, Anthony Barr and Eric Kendricks in there, and they're a run. It's Howard, middle field, Harrison Smith stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Second and goal coming from the 8. So look at this Vikings defense, very healthy. Of course, Danielle Hunter being the absolute stud out there. Harrison Smith's been pretty quiet this year, but his presence is always felt. Xavier Rhodes, a lot of Vikings fans have been calling him out as a little bit mediocre this year, especially compared to last year. But I think he's definitely turning it on the last couple of games. And not pictured there, but plays a good chunk. Mackenzie Alexander, who's been Pro Football Focus's best cornerback for the second half of the year. So in those third and longs, he's been really huge. But shotgun, Trubisky looking he has time. He steps up in the pocket, he can run, he dumps it to the right side. Touchdown! Trubisky. This is... A lot of this has been this drive, this touchdown drive was due to the Vikings defensive line inability to get any type of pressure. Trubisky had time. Burton was far from his first read. He was going to run. And again, just talking about him, if McKenzie was going to give up that touchdown. He was just wide open right in the inches in front of the end zone, and then he dives for absolutely no reason. And we get the pylon cam for absolutely no reason. And just a really easy walk-in touchdown for the Bears. No contest. Definitely not saying something I see happening in real life. So here comes the PAT to make it a full 7-point game as the Bears, in 3 minutes, march down the field, put up 7 in Minnesota. What's going on? Glad you're here, Morgan. The real question, though, is what present? And if what's present, what should watch it on another TV so I get more views. Alright, so not the start that Mike Zimmer and company were looking forward to. It's supposed to be a defensive battle in Minnesota, and the Bears, without much trouble, marched right down the field. All Mitchell Trubisky, I believe. They ran the ball once for negative yards. I think they ran the ball twice. One was right at the line of scrimmage, and once maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. All Trubisky throwing it, not running it at all through the arm of Trubisky. Here's the boot. Former line Abdullah 3 yards back in the end zone. He'll take it out with a couple Vikings in front of him. Makes a Bear miss. He'll tackle at the 21. A bit of a poor decision there by Abdullah.
As they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their big offseason signing from Michigan State in his 7th year. It's the veteran Kirk Cousins.
I do hear some mild criticism of Kirk Cousins in his play the last few seasons in Washington, mainly because the team was just 24, 23-1. But I also saw a quarterback
First and 10 from the 21, Kirk Cousins. The guy definitely coming out in this game. He looked so pathetic in Chicago. But now Dalvin Cook's getting rolling. Kyle Rudolph's been involved. The new offensive coordinator, of course, has helped. Instead of Laquan, we're going with Aldrick Robinson and Chad Beebe trying to compete for that number 3 receiver spot. But it still comes down to Thielen and Diggs outside, and they'll run up the little draw on first down. We have a yard. And of course, when against the Bears, the spotlight is on Khalil Mack, but the other 10 starters on defense are no slouch. They're all very, very good, and that's just what makes Khalil Mack so hard, because double teaming Khalil, opens it up for somebody else. So definitely tough, and definitely tough on the Vikings offensive line is as poor as it is. Luckily, when we're in Chicago, no David Morgan, so now we have David Morgan. I would expect in real life a lot of David Morgan helping him block on Khalil Mack's side, but now 5-step drop Cousins. He has time, scrambles to his left, throws a D down the left sideline. He's got Thielen almost picked. Now the Bears have very good corners. Like I said, they're all 11 starters on defense are very good, and they even have backups and rotational guys that are very dependable as well. One of their best defensive players is their nickel corner. In real life, I don't see, I do not see Thielen having a big game. Eddie Jackson might be the best safety in the NFC North this year. Harrison Smith might be better overall, but he's not really been splashy, not getting the interceptions, not really getting the sacks, but definitely involved. But Eddie Jackson has been getting those statistical numbers, which I think might make him the best. But now a long 3rd and 9 against one of the best defenses in the NFL. Cousins has a clean pocket. It's wide open. Stephon Diggs, first down, gain of 13. And that'll move the chains with, my God, Walmart, Harrison Smith, number 22, on the sideline, cheering him on.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect.
Now 1st and 10, Dalvin Cook alone in the backfield. Single back, the power to the left side. Dalvin cuts up the middle. Gain of a couple. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. The interior. The defensive tackle, the nose tackle for the Bears. Right behind Khalil Mack, might be their best defensive player. They have, like the Vikings, like any good defense, they have superstar talent defenders every level. Of course, Eddie Jackson, Khalil Mack have already been covered. Kyle Fuller's really good. And the defensive tackle, his name escapes me for the matter of fact, but nevertheless he's good too. Is Latavius Kazak carry, gain of a yard, 3rd and 7. As Vikings offense might have to start passing on these 1st and 2nd downs, because it's going to be back-to-back 3rd and long, a little bit more manageable. 7 yards for this one. The Vikings come out 4 wide receivers. They're going to split out 5 wide. Dalvin to the left. We see Kyle Rudolph in the slot. Cousins shotgun 5 yards behind Pat Elfont. And here comes Matt Cheshkin, slant incomplete with a flag on the play.
Flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Pass interference.
And we're going to get pass interference. Eddie Jackson, the guy I just hyped up. That's how it happens, right? You talk about a guy being good, and he automatically makes a penalty on running back Dalvin Cook, as a matter of fact. Gives the Vikings the automatic 1st down and places the ball right around midfield at the 49. Already down by 7. That penalty is huge. The Vikings offense keeps them on the field. They're going to line up single back formation. Cousins under center, Dalvin behind him. And they'll do play action on 1st down unblocked. Who else? Khalil Mack off the edge. Flew past rookie right tackle Brian O'Neill. Loss of 9. Ball to 42. Huge set.
The problem is nobody was faked out.
That's tough. Brian O'Neill tried to get a hand on him, but you cannot turn your back to Khalil Mack when he's on your rookie right tackle. I don't care if the right tackle is Phil Loadholt. I know he's not a good example. He's not a shining example of a pass blocking right tackle, but you get the point. A good right tackle. But pistol formation, 2nd and 19. And now they have the ball. They have a big hole in the middle. It closes up quickly. Gain of 4. 3rd and very long. 3rd and 15 upcoming. What looked to be a promising drive. A loss of 9 on 1st down on the sack. They make that a very tough 3rd and 15 here. Let's see how conservative Mike Zimmer relays the call to the new offensive coordinator. Brandon Zylstra is in the game slot, top of the screen. Stefan on the bottom, and Dalvin lined up as the running back on the bottom of the screen. And we're going to do play action for no reason, but Curtis Cousins throws it deep overthrew. He was looking for Aldrich Robinson in the far sideline. Maybe a back shoulder could have got him. Kyle Fuller was really playing him deep. That was a better pass, probably would have been picked, but Cousins overthrew everybody, and here comes Matt Weil in the punt unit.
The punter, Matt Weil. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting
great punt by Wild. Bears are pinned back at the 2. Now, a field position battle is what I see this game turning into in real life, but hopefully, honestly, it doesn't turn into that type of a scenario because the Vikings are much better at home. This should be a statement game. The Vikings should win by 10 in real life. Of interest information here, the Bears line up with 3 running backs in the backfield. Trubisky scrambling away, flips it! A little pitch! Trubisky is all the Bears need. He starts out 4 for 5, 90 yards, and a touchdown. Trey Burton's heavily involved in this one. Look at Mitch Trubisky.
When you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off season about our season open opponent. and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game. And the
First and 10 from the 18 now. After a really quick little play to get 16 when they're backed up with the 2. Trubisky under center. He's got Howard. He has a hole up the middle. Gain of 6. I'm going to tell you, this Bears offense is not getting any trouble running or passing right through the throat of the supposed one of the best defenses in the NFL, this Minnesota Vikings at home, who statistically is the best defense in the NFL on their home turf, and already giving up all these yards to the Bears. Even though it's only their second drive, it's not been looking very hard. Now already nearing the 25-yard line at the 24, second and 4. 3 receivers top of the screen. Out of the shotgun, Trubisky. Vikings blitz 4. Trubisky misses his crossing receiver. Anthony Barr in coverage. 3rd and 4 upcoming. Again, like I said, and they're in the red zone, which I apparently jinxed. The Vikings defense is superb in situations like this. 3rd down and red zone have been tops in the league. 3rd and 4. Vikings line up in their nickel. Looks like Jaron Curse is the play here, going big nickel, and they'll run with it with Howard. That's Tariq Cohen on that, might add. 1st and 10. This little burst. Tariq Cohen. One of those really shifty backs. If the Bears offensively have a key to winning this game, it is definitely Tariq Cohen. The Vikings have such a hard time handling those short, little nifty, little shifty running backs that can catch the ball. They've been really handling Kendricks and Barr all year, who's been exposed, quite frankly, in their pass coverage skills. So maybe the Vikings have to use more Jaron Curse in at linebacker. Vikings blitz 4. Trubisky clean pocket, dumps underneath. There is Howard this time.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Making sure. It's Cohen again. What's up, Raging Towfish? How's it going? Hey, y'all have a good Christmas in chat, by the way. 2nd and 4, 36. The Bears marching. 2nd and 4 from the 36. Vikings line up in base 4-3. It's a heavy formation. Tight end, fullback, and Howard. Shaheen in motion, 2 tight ends. Shaheen in motion, they'll run up the middle. Howard gets stuck. Neil Hunter closes the corner, tackles him. One of the best defensive ends in the NFL. Plays the run well, plays the pass fantastic. Can't ask for anything more. Neil Hunter got paid in the offseason, and all of a sudden it's looking like an absolute bargain. Yeah, 2010 AP jersey. Pretty neat. Pretty bad year though. And yet another 3rd down completion. Too easy. This Vikings defense is giving up everything underneath. Already 110 first quarter passing yards. One of the worst throwing quarterbacks in the NFL. Honestly, I want to make Trubisky a top 25 passing quarterback, and he's tearing this Madden Vikings defense apart. Goes to show, Madden 19 is so good at being a realistic football game. Well, Bears settle right at midfield. I formation. From the Tyler Gabriel top of the screen, play action. Trubisky scrambling right side. He might run. He's scrambling to his right. The Vikings have 3 spies. Instead of any of them going after the quarterback, they're just going to trout after him like they're dancing. And Trubisky takes advantage of that, runs through him, gaining them 4. And the Vikings have easily pressured him. All 3 defenders just danced down the sideline with him. Again, a lot of heavy formation now. 2 tight ends top of the screen, offset fullback to the bottom, and they'll power run to the left side. It's Howard. Stuff for a short gain. Everson Griffin who's had a really quiet season. Of course, his whole mental illness took him out for what, 4 or 5 games early in the year. He's been back, but you really haven't noticed him as much. And he's definitely a key contributor that if he could heat up, because of course defensive ends, a lot of their sacks come in spurts. If he could heat up right in the playoff time, the Vikings are very dangerous. Vikings 4-3, Trubisky throws it underneath, again wide open first down.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
No trouble moving the ball. The tight ends have been huge for the Bears, and honestly, that's the game plan. If I'm Chicago, the Vikings have struggled with tight ends and running backs all year. So I'm running up the gut with Howard. I'm pitching. I'm having Cohen do his pass catching and try to make the first guy miss on Bauer and Kendricks, and then I'm setting up those little tight ends, either their play action or little short passes to the tight ends, Burton and Shaheen, and do their thing. And then they take the Gabriel over the top and put a quick slam, good little gain on first down. Then you have the rookie, Anthony Miller, who's very good, very good.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better.
The Bears offensively aren't no slouch, but they're definitely stop the run first, and you basically got them. And it seems to be the Vikings game plan in this one, and except they're just too loose in coverage and making god-awful passing quarterback Trubisky have giant holes, and now the run game's getting holes in it. Howard rushes through first down Chicago, nearing the red zone once again, sitting at the 24-yard line. The Bears' total offense already hovering around 150 yards, not even through the fourth quarter. This is not an offensive team. This is a defensive-led team that barely managed to beat the 49ers a week ago. In that game, Trubisky threw 3 picks in his first game back from injury. Burton in motion, Shaheen in the left, where both tight ends are as well, and they'll run behind him, power left side. The Vikings do stuff it, gain of 1. And that will put the Bears right at the 150 total yards on the day. Very pathetic opening quarter for his Vikings defense. The Vikings offense did get a few first downs. They pinned the Bears back at the 2. And that did not slow the Bears at all. They're right away, they get the first down, and now they're marching, but this time the Vikings, Sheldon Richardson makes a play, knocking Howard down, a gain of only 1 again, 3rd and 8. A huge play here. If the Bears pick up this first down and get a touchdown against the Bears defense, that's basically checkmate already in the first quarter. Alright, 3rd and 8 from the 22. A minute left to go in this first quarter. A bunch of receivers bottom of the screen. Looks like Tyler Gabriel on the top. Vikings looks like they're lying back in the zone, and they'll fire to the right side. First down.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd.
And there is Gabriel. First down, Tyler Gabriel. The Vikings defense still in the locker room. They have not showed up.
Nice throw there to pick up the first down.
And now the Madden 19 seizure formation.
Confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
No, this is too pathetic. I have a blowout mercy rule, and then I'll just play the Bears myself.
Yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Madden 19 is trash with these simulations. Switch, by the way, if you got Madden 19 for Christmas, I feel very, very bad for you. And if you can return it and get your money back, absolutely do that, because it's a goddamn waste of money. Shotgun, Trubisky. Burton in motion to Anthony Miller in the slot, top of the screen, and Trubisky will keep it. Gain of 2, and this will bring us to the end of this first quarter. Bears up by 7, and at the 7. Oh, I pity the kids. I got god-awful Madden 19 for Christmas. Look at this. Look how horrible this game is. Look how absolutely pathetic this game is. If you want to get Madden, get a good Madden like Madden 2005. Where you have Joe Madden. You have actually realistic physics. The graphics somehow look better in 2005 than they do in the 2019 version of the game. There's cool features like the EA radio show, and you can be the owner of your franchise mode and set ticket prices, stuff like that. It just makes it a fun experience where they all, of course, take that all out for the newer Maddens. But the Vikings lineup. 4 down lineman Ben Gedeon's top of the screen, and he'll come on a blitz. Trubisky looking, scrambling to his left. He's got a man in his face. Is Gedeon. A huge sack brings the Bears back near the 20. They're called the 19-yard line. A huge sack, Ben Gedeon, telling the Vikings did not do enough in the first half. In general, just pressuring Trubisky with 0 pressures all first quarter. And they did not blitz. And this time we saw Ben Gedeon just come off the edge, and he picks up Trubisky a huge sack on the second-year quarterback, knocks the air out of him. See if that deflates the young quarterback's ego, which we cannot let a young quarterback get started against the Vikings. Last time we saw a second-year quarterback really get heated up and get in the zone against this Vikings defense was what? Week 4, Jared Goff, when the Rams put up 40. Shotgun. Nobody in the backfield. Trubisky. Vikings blitz 4. We'll throw it underneath. A little check down. It will be dropped or tackled right at the line of scrimmage. It's really hard to tell. I'll give Burton the catch on. That's his 5th reception already in the early stages of the second quarter, but this will lead the Vikings up. Looks like Andrew Luck behind Mike Zimmer. This will bring up Bears field goal attempt to give them a 10-point lead here, which a 10-point lead is about 21 within the other team, so already a big hole down for the Vikings. The Vikings offense really needs a huge drive here, and their defense has to step it up first and foremost.
36 yards out.
And of course, all pro Madden kickers, 10 out of 10, good. The Bears up by 10.
Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job, because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points.
So the Bears go 68 yards down the Vikings' throat in Minnesota. No contest. Probably a lot more than 68. Math's hard. 68 yards.
Parkey now.
Start at the 2-yard line.
To kick this one off.
And Abdullah will field it again, 5 yards deep in the end zone. Abdullah, it's Marcus Sherrills this time, and Sherrills brings it to the 29. Sherrills is questionable for this game. He got hit, or actually he was blocking on a kick return, and Sherrills got a little bit of a hamstring injury, so he's questionable going into this game. He has not participated in practice all week. So a chance for a Vikings backup special teams member to maybe steal that roster spot for next year. So the Vikings can finally part ways with Sherrills, so they don't waste a cornerback roster spot on god-awful cornerback Marcus Sherrills, who is a fine special teams member, but I'd rather the talent elsewhere. Shotgun, Vikings line up 3 receivers, top of the screen, Kyle Rudolph tight end on the right, and the handler faked it to Delvin, screen to the left side. Aldrick Robinson has a block, a nice little gain of 8. They'll give him forward progress to the 9, 2nd and 1. Aldrick Robinson getting the nod over Laquan, who I have in this game wide receiver 5, behind Aldrick and Chad. In real life, I believe Dystra is even above him, but for the sake of it, I have Laquan down there. I formation. Final the Vikings. This is a chance to take a shot here. Al Neal's hand it for Dalvin. Kick, pick up the easy first down, gain of 3. Vikings really needed an extended drive so Zimmer can figure out what's going wrong with the defense on the sideline, give them a chance to figure something out and to stop this Bears defense, because 10's a huge hole. Even if you get a field goal here, that's still a huge deficit, and you cannot let that expand any further in this game. And the Bears really shouldn't score any more than 10 in real life. But Vikings line up ace formation, 2 tight ends on the field, Thielen top of the screen, Stephon on the bottom, and Dalvin 8 yards behind. Cousins, he'll take the carry, get right back to the line of scrimmage where he gets brought down right there. They'll say he fell forward, a gain of a yard. Eddie Goldman, that's the defensive tackle. He's so good. Him and Akeem Hicks. Both are very, very good run stuffing defensive tackles. Very hard to move. Makes the linebackers for the Bears job very, very easy. And again, ace formation, they'll run behind him. Basically same play, this time to the right side. Dalvin has a little bit of a hole this time. Brings the ball right around midfield. A good little move that time by Dalvin. Very good vision for a running back. A good gain of brings up a 3rd and 2 from the 49. Real life, very possible 4-down territory. But I would side with probably punting in real life if they don't get it. But let's just actually get it. Vikings line up 3 receivers, bottom of the screen, probably a little spacing play. Dalvin right behind him, all those hands from Dalvin where he gets stuffed. Loss of 2 on 4th and short. Who saw that coming? Kyle Fuller, the best cornerback on the Bears, not only good in the past, comes in on that one and seals the edge on Dalvin Cook.
Now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Madden 19 is so hard to watch. Such a trash game. Trash to play, trash to watch. But he's not a Matt Wild punt. His first one was great out at the 2. Too bad the defense couldn't do anything. And that's a pretty horrible punt, a net of only about 25 yards.
The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there.
Out of bounds at the 25. A horrible punt by Matt Wild. Holy cow, is that one bad.
And he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10.
So let's see what defensive changes the Vikings defensive coaches have come up with on the sideline. Trubisky out of the shotgun. And he'll pass with it again. A little dump off, a little slant. Trey Burton's going to open all night. Just throw to him again. Trubisky's 11 for 13, 145. And we're early in the second quarter. He's tearing this Vikings defense apart.
Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
2nd and 2 from the 33. Maybe time to take a shot. They found the Bears. They'll do a little stretch to the outside. Howard had a hole. He could have cut it, got the 1st down, but he tried to stretch it all the way out. Xavier Rowe would seal the edge. It'll be a loss of a yard. Xavier, just like Fuller, known for his pass coverage, man-to-man skills. Xavier especially very underrated in his run defending ability. A lot of corners are scared to stick their nose in, especially on the bigger running backs like Howard. Trey Waynes has been known across the league as the best tackling cornerback. Xavier is really not that far behind him. The Vikings are really very pleased with both of their corners being very physical. Now, 3rd and short, a very big stand here for the Vikings. Vikings line up in the 3 safety set and a play action bootleg. Trubisky flips it to wide open. It's Trey Burton again, manned up on Kendricks, picks up easy 1st down to midfield. Why not?
7 catches for him now.
This is hard to watch. I hate Madden 19.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense.
7 for 82 for the seldom used Trey Burton. Oh. If he gets that much for the total game, I'll be disappointed.
Executed crossing route.
First and 10 from the 50. Vikings defense desperately needs a stop. Howard lines up I'll tell you the outside top of the screen. It's backfield by himself. Shotgun Trubisky. Vikings blitz 4. Trubisky has time. Middle of the field wide open. Who else? Trey Burton. Might as well be Rob Gronkowski in the Bears uniform. 8 for 95. About a quarter and a half of this football game. Less than that. The Vikings have been no rush to cover their tight end.
Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Trubisky now.
First and 10 from the 37. Harrison Smith lines up near the line of scrimmage. He'll come and a play action. Trubisky sacked. Linval, Harrison team up, squishing Trubisky 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage and 7 yards sacked, backed up to the 45. You appreciate Strax, which by the way, actually I need to record that one. It's a pretty big game. But you know what's messed up? When you're not in school, you don't really have any responsibilities, and you just lose what day of the week it is. I had no idea today was Thursday.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need.
But now 2nd and 17, a huge sack. The Vikings have been very reluctant to sack in this game. Now a double A-gap look at both the Barr and Kendricks are there, and they come. Sacked again, back to back. That time Danielle Hunter. The best sacker on the Vikings defense. Now it's 3rd and 24. Who's playing today? I don't think there's anybody playing today. I think all Thursday night games are moved to Saturday, right? I think that's how they do it. It could be wrong though.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
I'm just saying I need to get my game preview out. 3rd and 24 from the 49. The Vikings rush forward. They hand it off to Tariq Cohen. They'll get right back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's the defensive stand the Vikings needed. Back-to-back sacks. Back the Bears up. I could be wrong, Strax. I can check it, but pretty sure that's how they're doing it right now. I don't know why. But it's really funny in the TV guide and everything. I believe it's still called Thursday Night Football when it's on Saturday. Here's a punt into the end zone. The Vikings start at the 20-yard line. Well, their offense has had a little bit of life, but not enough to score any points, and we're only about 6 minutes left in the first half.
They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping.
In real life, the Vikings really would love to get a running game going. Dalvin Cook was a non-factor in the first game. Kyle Rudolph was not being used all in the first half of the season. So those two are really big. The Bears are going to follow suit with the Seahawks and the Patriots did, and probably double both Stephon and Adam Thielen. I would not look for either of those to have a big game. It'll be Kyle Rudolph, Dalvin Cook that'll have to do it. And here we go, running up the middle. And Dalvin makes a couple of Bears miss, picks up 3. But I think Mike Remmers sucks. I think Mike Remmers is a solid right tackle, and he's got off at right guard. I think ideally, I have no idea if Reef is good at guard, but I think his skill set makes a little bit more sense for it. If we would have O'Neal at left tackle, Remmers at right tackle, and a little run up the middle again is Dalvin. Gain of 2, 3rd and 5 will come in. Alright, if our line was Brian O'Neal, the right tackle, if he would move to left tackle, because he's very athletic and his skill set makes more sense on the left side. And then still god-awful Tom Compat left guard, because we don't really have another option there. So that's Danny Isidora. Then Elfline at center. And then Riley Reef at right guard. Shotgun, 3rd and 5. Throw it first down. Aldrich Robinson.
They give him 12 yards and a first down.
Riley Reef at right guard. And then Mike Remmers at right tackle. Yeah, because Remmers was fine last year. He's probably like our second best lineman. I think he's got exactly what we paid for last year. He was he was, I would say, a good run blocking right tackle and like an average to below average pass blocking right tackle. You know, he was known for giving up like the 4 sacks in the Super Bowl against Von Miller. And now Dalvin again, he has a hole to draw. Dalvin spins forward, a gain of 8 on first down. See, 10 for 30, but they're sticking with it, and that's important for the Vikings. Sticking with the run game, take time off the clock, control it. Dalvin will get going. You will get the holes, and you need to set up the play action, because play action and Kirk Cousins are best friends. Hey, what's up, Jacob? Jacob, are you fixing your post-Christmas depression? I formation Cousins, and Dalvin again is a 3rd straight run. Well, there was a pass in between, but he's been running a lot this drive. Only 1 pass, 32 coming up 45. I put $10 here. The Vikings will run, lose 3 yards, and a punt.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. Would love to see some play action here.
You know, I'm with you, Jacob. Luckily, my birthday is in March, so I have something to look forward to right away in the spring. I formation. Are they going to run and lose yards? Let's see. And they'll run, and they will actually get a 1st down and more. Latavius. Who would have guessed? Jamie. At home, I really like our chances against the Bears. I think this has to be a statement game. Obviously, the Vikings need to win because I don't want to trust the Eagles in losing. But honestly, if the Vikings want to do anything in the playoffs, this has to be a 10-point plus win. This has to be a statement game. Cousins has to come through. He has that big thing that he sucks against good defenses and good winning teams. And this is a home win or you're done type of a game. 3 receivers top of the screen, Aldrich on the bottom. Cousins to throw. He has time. He'll throw it. Out route Stephon. Very close to 1st down. Gain of 9.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
But I do think the Vikings will win this game. Sid Hartman was on the Vikings game plan or whatever with Paul Allen and the nerdy dude. They'll run again. Dalvin gets stuffed. And he had the whole thing. The Vikings suck at Soldier Field, and the Bears suck at Minnesota. So, very good chance the Vikings come through. And if this looks like the inverse of the Bears' first game, where Trubisky doesn't know what he's doing, they can't get a run game going, and our defense absolutely mugs them, and we win, you know, like 20-3, something like that, just dominating defensive performance, and our offense looks good enough against one of the best defenses in the NFL, because we need that big win at home against the Bears if we have any chance to beat the Bears on the road. Yeah, my boy Wabi. Basically looks like me if I was a 40-year-old virgin. What do I think about Laquan? I wanted to be a fan of his all year. I honestly think Laquan's our 3rd best receiver right now, 3rd and 2. Stephon top of the screen, he'll pass. Cousins has time, throws it wide open. Stephon digs. 1st down at the 25. The Vikings are driving. I think Laquan hasn't been used right his whole time as a Viking. He basically should have been used as basically an undersized receiving tight end. He was a very good blocker. He's good in the middle of the field. But the Vikings, for some reason, his whole time has run him on these go routes where he's going deep downfield. He's not going to fly past anybody. It's just a stupid play call and play design for Laquan to do. And it's just not something for his skill set. Shotgun 1st and 10 from the 25. Cousins to pass. He has time. Throws it left side. Dangerous throw. Almost picked. He's going to Stephon a little corner route. Akamora jumped the route. Got a hand on it. Incomplete. Yeah, if I think Laquan was lined up, not quite a tight end, but maybe like a wing almost, where you're a slot, but very close to the line of scrimmage, where he can help in run blocking. and use them in the middle of the field, and little play action passes, drags, slants, and little tight end type routes in the middle of the field. I think he would have worked out much better in that scenario. Shotgun, Cousins, has time, 2nd and 10, up the middle, it's Adam Thielen. Picks up 7.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in.
I think all that all depends on, Jacob, of whether or not the Rams are losing. If the Bears have a chance to get that 2 seed, because they'll definitely show their stuff. If I can think of another, oh, it's fumbled. Aldrich caught it, fumbled it. There's everybody's golden boy, way better than Laquan Treadwell. Aldrich Robinson fumbling the ball in the red zone. Bears ball at the 15. Got absolutely drilled by a linebacker, though. In real life, I'm not sure if that's his catch. I know he got the 2 feet. It happened really fast, but it probably was. He caught it, took like 2 steps, and was spinning. So look at Trubisky, 13, 15, 175, and a touchdown. Holy cow. Man, 19 is horrible. How about Stefanski? I mean, I don't really know a whole lot about him, basically as much as you do. He looked really good his first couple of games. He'll have his bumps in the road, like any rookie play caller would. He might look bland at times, but I wouldn't mind keeping him for next year. 4 receivers. The Vikings really want to force a turnover here. Trubisky flying in the back of the way. So he went backwards and flips it up for grabs. Caught by Cohen. Gain of 2, which will force the Bears to call a timeout.
As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play.
Yeah, the Vikings really want Aldrich Robinson to be that superb deep threat guy like Mike Wallace. But he's not quite there. He's definitely not much of a threat. He's good enough. Like we seen that little touchdown on that deep ball a few weeks ago. Vikings blitz 7. Kendricks in the face, throws underneath. Anthony Miller. Good tackle there in the open field, but Anthony Harris has been very good this year. I had fools tell me it was so stupid to trade Andrew Sendejo early in the year when the Vikings picked up George Alaka, where it sat depth at safety with Anthony Harris and Alaka behind him, and even Jaron Kearse, who would have thought. Playing behind Sendejo, no need to keep Sendejo. If you can trade him, maybe a draft pick to get a quality, especially since Easton just went down, a quality starter left guard, go for it. That should have been an absolute good decision. Or even if you just trade him for like a 3rd or 4th round pick and maybe use that to get something in this draft, I would like that a lot more than just having Sendejo play a couple games this year, have him get injured, and then have Anthony Harris debatably outplay him throughout the year. And my comments roasted me for that decision. Definitely not you guys, though. First down pass. A lot of easy plays for the Bears. That one was not as easy as some of their other plays throughout the game, where Trey Burton, of all people, have been marching down the field for the Vikings. How do we match up against some of the playoff teams? I'll go top to bottom. The Saints, very similar to last year. Very tough across the board. Xavier Rhodes was playing at a higher level last year, but honestly, I think he stepped up second half last year and playing at a similar level. So, Rhodes on Michael Thomas would definitely be the matchup to look for. And otherwise, underneath, with Kamara, matched up on Barr and Kendricks, who have struggled against running backs all year, and Kamara is probably the best receiving running back in the NFL. That's really tough. Mark Ingram is a good underneath and receiving back as well, so that's really tough. So I think they definitely have that running back matchup there. But the Vikings defense, they're since Drew Brees is their quarterback, the refs allow their offensive line to do hold. So that helps neutralize Danielle Hunter and Everson Griffin. So our pass rush isn't nearly as effective as it usually is. Vikings line up in the heavy nickel, and wide open is Trey Burton, but the Bears don't have a timeout, so this might bring us to the end of this first half, which brings Burton over 100 yards in this first half. Holy cow. And this will bring us to the second half. So they have that matchup there. Vikings on offense against the Saints. Eli Apple was exposed in their first matchup against the Saints. You have to even remember, though, all the NFC playoff teams that the Vikings played, they've had close games all except for the Bears, and we're in it until the very end of the game. So I do think the Vikings could beat both the Saints and the Rams. On the road will be very tough, but I think they can. One sec, my dog really wants to be in my room. So, yeah. What's up, dog? Here's the dog Storm joining the chat. Wish I had face cam like always. I will be getting, hopefully I'll be getting Elgato so I can stream them from my laptop so I can have face cam in these streams. I think that'd make the experience way better for you guys. Yeah, I mean, the last wildcard team to win the Super Bowl was the Packers in 2010 or whatever, right? So it's not impossible. I know most likely it's the both first seeds, which is really annoying. But whenever the Vikings are down by 10, being shot out in the first half by one of the best defenses in the NFL.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bears defense now back out onto the field. They don't want to change anything. They've got 0 points against them here, so I would imagine the halftime speech was do more of the same, right?
And the Rams, without Cooper Kupp, I think they're much easier to handle, especially with everybody has to remember Mackenzie Alexander. In the beginning of the year was horrible, probably our worst cornerback. In the second half, he's been our best cornerback. So his emergence has been absolutely huge. Trey Waynes has been very steady all year. And Xavier has picked up the last 4 weeks as well. And not quite to a shutout status that he had last year. Shotgun Cousins still in the ball. Dalvin spins forward. They'll give him a yard first down. We do have an offensive coordinator that knows how to use their offensive line run blocking ability a lot better. We do a lot more outside runs with Stefanski than we did with the Flippo. We actually used Dalvin Cook and Kyle Rudolph, which are two of our top 5 offensive players. And play action. Heel wide open, and it's David Morgan.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Yeah, the Vikings definitely, on paper, have everything you need. It comes down to how well the Vikings can pass protect, really. Because Kirk Cousins, if he's pressured, is an absolute turnover machine, which is horrible when you have a very good run defense that really wants no turnovers. And Kirk Cousins has the most turnovers in the whole NFL, but he can also be one of the best passers in the NFL, so it kind of cancels out. But you need a little bit more protection, and a run game helps Cousins so much because he's probably a top 5 play action passer in the NFL, so we can get that. We need Dalvin going to really have a good chance to win the Super Bowl. And a straight to Stephon. A guy I've not seen all game. I believe only one catch is Adam Thielen. But Stephon's been very good, especially on third downs in this game. Already 3 first down catches on third down, and that's another first down catch. Stephon Diggs. who has been a little bit quiet. He's a little bit, not a little bit, I'd say a lot less consistent than Adam Thielen. Which is why the Vikings really need that number 3 receiver. We don't need a good one. We just need somebody that can be a threat. Which is why I think the Vikings like Aldrick Robinson. Because if you're going to have a bad receiver be a number 3 receiver, a bad receiver that's okay at being a deep ball guy, is probably the best one to at least be that threat. Right, but I like Chad Debe a lot because he's really just like a mini Adam Thielen, which is pretty cool. Yeah, he has been catching those easy touchdowns.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down.
I think he's right under 1,000 yards, but either way. And Thielen's touchdown numbers are up. I know he only had like 3 touchdowns last year, but everybody's like, "Wow, he sucks at getting touchdowns." But yeah, so that's insane though. 2,000-yard receivers when it hasn't happened. I mean, last year Thielen barely got it, but besides then it was like Sidney Rice.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for
Thielen has 5 or 6. That's still solid. That's not like not an option in the end zone. I mean, you would think the 6'3" dude would have a little more touchdowns than the 6'0", little like 190-pound receiver. But you know what? The way the Vikings offense works with a lot of like quick outs. And Stefan's deadly with those. But 3rd and 6, a huge down here for the Vikings. They want to at least get a few yards to get into a manageable field goal range. So you get a blitz and overthrow a wide open Kyle Rudolph. Easy first down. Cousins missed him. Which, oh my God, we've seen that a lot lately, where Cousins been late with throws, missing wide open receivers. Oh my God, Kyle's Rudolph eyes. Oh, that hurt to look at.
It's almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Fourth and 6, Dan the Man Bailey up and
he put enough leg into it, but it's
no good. Just short. Even All-Pro Madden 19 couldn't get that one through the post.
So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
So here are the Bears now as they get the ball back here. Didn't surrender.
Yeah, I told you. I told you Thielen didn't have a lot of touchdowns last year. It was his big criticism.
Right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield.
Shotgun. Trubisky has time, runs into Everson, escapes wide open, crossing route.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake.
But individual statistics is really hard to judge for a player, though, Jacob.
Really well run route.
Like, everybody was so critical. Was it like 5 or 6 weeks until Julio had his first one? When, I think...
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Talent-wise, he should be one of the best red zone receivers in the NFL. Like 6'4", super freak athlete. But every defense schemes him so he doesn't get open, which might be a little bit of a case for the Vikings, but not as much when Kyle Rudolph is far and away our best red zone target.
But overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Under center, Trubisky hands it to Howard. Has a hole. Plows for a Vikings in the end zone, in the red zone, my bad. Plows over a Minnesota Viking. If Howard gets going, watch out for the Bears.
There are times this game is about patience, isn't it?
And 974 and 8.
But that run there,
Like,
that
that's
may get him going.
I was just gonna
I hope he gets over 1,000. Like,
you're right, he struggled.
you look at 26 yards, and I think that's no big deal. But he had like 14 yards last game, so. And against the Bears, getting about 30 yards against the Bears, it's not impossible. Should be pretty easy. But not give me. Trubisky flips to the right side. Ben Gedding was there and knocked him out of bounds. Ben Gedding has been a little bit impressive with the pass coverage this year. You would expect him to be one of our worst pass coverage, zone coverage linebackers. But that would have to go to either Kendricks or Barr. Gedding has been pretty solid when he's supposed to be that run-stuffing Michigan second-year linebacker that's only good against the run. But 2nd and 10, they'll run again. It's Cohen. And he'll spin forward a gain of a couple.
Down to the 15-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over.
But this week I'm definitely, I think Dalvin will probably get more receiving yards than rushing yards this week. How's that for a little prediction for you guys? Empty backfield. A little underneath it, it's Burton. Who else? Gain of 2 on the check down. Only 3 incompletions in the game for Trubisky. And this will set up another field goal. We'll keep it a 2-score game. But having to score 2 touchdowns in about a quarter and a half against the Bears is a very tough task.
Look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
The Vikings defense desperately needs a turnover.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time.
Started the chip shot field goal from the 13. Was this like about a 30-yard field goal? What? It's at the 20. Never mind. Should be obvious.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with.
But I'm definitely very excited to see the tight ends more involved in the Vikings offense. That's something they missed so much in the god-awful DiFilippo offense. Yeah, and that's something where I was kind of with DiFilippo early in the year. Where when he was like, where Zimmer's like, we gotta run the ball 25, 30 times, and he's like, dog, Cousins is a good quarterback, and Thielen and Diggs the best duo in the NFL, let's pass the ball. Let's pass the ball 40 times.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
The problem with that is that only works if you're like a top 5 quarterback, and it's like, you know, like back in the day with Tom Brady and Peyton Manning when they can get away with doing that. Cousins is right around average at quarterback. Now, it is true Stephon and Adam Thielen are the best duo in the NFL.
But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
But Dalvin's right around a top 10 running back. Right up the middle with Dalvin there.
And he stopped immediately there.
I see those Pro Football Focus stats where despite missing like half the year, he's a top 5 in forced missed tackles, whatever the stat is called, which is just insane. Yeah, true, Jacob. Our O-line is definitely not. Play action, 2nd and 10. Cousins throws it. It's picked. Down the sideline. Going Cousins to beat touchdown. Chicago. Who else? Khalil. The freak Mac. He's too good. You shouldn't be allowed to be a good pass coverage linebacker and also the best blitzing linebacker in the NFL. That's not fair. How bad is offense? How does Madden think our offense is? Well, Madden gives Kirk Cousins 14 brain cells So that's about it. I should put Kyle Sloter in the game to give the Vikings offense a chance. But there's also no such thing as like a home field advantage in Madden. So we gotta give that a thing too. But the way the Vikings have been scheming it with these outside runs, I think if the Vikings do outside runs, not where Khalil Mack is, the Bears are going to go for 2 to make it a full 21-0 game. Shove it down the Vikings' throat. 5 wide, Trubisky wide open, Cohen, why not? 21-0. What a game. If the Vikings are down 21 by the 4th quarter, I'm going to call it, and I'll play the Bears myself. How's that? Because I know you guys don't want to sit through this.
Extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense.
So if we do like David Morgan and CJ Ham and get lead blockers on the side where Khalil Mack is not, and outside run, because the defensive tackles for the Bears are extremely good too. Their nose guard, holy cow, very, very good. But if we can outside run on them, get to the second level, I think we have an okay job running the football. And but like I was saying earlier, where I was kind of on DCT Flippo's term of passing the ball is fine, and we can pass the ball a lot. But Kirk Cousins' best quality is his play action game. So you need at least a sense of a run game for his play action to work. And we saw it early in the year where it could work at time to time without much of a running game, but it works so much better if you can average 4.5 plus yards a carry and have the threat to run the ball. And when you're only running the ball 20% of the time, that's not really going to work. But I completely agree. I don't think Dalvin has to have 25 carries a game. You could easily have, I think you want Dalvin to have 20 to 25 touches a game, and whatever way he gets them, I'm fine with it. If it's 10 carries, 10 catches, sure, let's do it.
Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And then around the ball, Dalvin falling forward, gain of 3. You don't think? Yeah, I think he had like 19.
Well, they had that one sniffed out.
I think his high was like 19. Where he's like, man, that was almost, they almost had it.
A good run blitz.
The ability to stay on task.
But how do you guys feel?
Go to the gap you're supposed to cover.
Now, this is if the Redskins will let him go. I don't think he'll be costing that much money. Aldrick Robinson, first down. How would you guys feel? We cut Latavius this year and bring in Purple Jesus, Adrian Peterson back to be our short yardage, I formation running back again, where he can run up the gut, get those tough love yardage, and Dalvin can be the all-purpose back. Give Adrian 5 to 10, maybe even 15 carries a game. Bring him back to Minnesota. And there's going to be a challenge on this one. Why do you carry it up by 3 touchdowns? Give it up.
Feet down inbounds as well.
Hey, it stands. Another down, a timeout. That's what we needed, right?
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
Thanks, announcer. We know how challenges work. My guy.
You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Yeah, he is probably better in those situations than Latavius.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the
I don't know how Latavius got all of his touchdowns in Oakland.
Just found a hole in that zone.
When he just towers over, does not know how to get underneath defenders at all and get low and plow over guys. He just runs tall, and he must just fall forward for those 2 yards.
They run, Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards.
But it is nice to have that change of pace, big body running back.
But it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there.
But you think he's really going to be a featured back anywhere? Because he wasn't. Nobody brought him until what, the end of training camp this year when the Redskins picked him up. I mean, if I was him, I'd obviously. I don't know. Would you really want to stay with the Washington if you're Adrian Peterson, though? You want to stay with the god-awful Redskins when the Vikings have solid Super Bowl chances?
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog,
yeah, you'll probably wait for an injury again. That's a good point.
Right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the back.
The real question is, who will get a job first next year? Adrian Peterson or Le'Veon Bell? That's got to be a question for a video. The Vikings are just being horrible. When you're down 3 scores, man wants to think about passing the football, huh? 3rd and 10.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
That's honestly a good question.
We do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the
but odds are Le'Veon Bell will probably get signed before. I don't know. Running backs are so tough because you think, well, you know, he's still the best running back in the NFL, very close. But either way, top 5, without doubt. A deep ball, Cousins, he's got Thielen double covered. Looked like he had Rudolph wide open, about 20 yards in front of Thielen for an easy first down. One step through a deep double coverage. And here comes the punt. Whew, the Vikings are horrible. And Madden.
Really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone.
I could see a scenario where a team would look at the whole bidding war with Le'Veon Bell and some team wouldn't want to just wait. I would think most teams would rather wait for the draft and see if a good running back falls into the lab, because we've seen so many good mid-round running backs, especially rookies, especially this year, look very, very good right off the bat. A pretty solid punt there by a while.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that
you don't think a team that's desperate for a little extra zip like the Colts or what, the Broncos, a team that's kind of on the playoff bubble this year that just wants to get a little bit better? I don't think he'll get I know he wants his multi-year contract, but I really doubt he'll get that. So I could see that scenario where he just asking for too much money, he just never goes. Trubisky spins, throws, wide open, why not? Well, Trey Burton, who is now over 1,400 yards in this game. 11 catches, my God. And I don't know if he has 11 catches all year.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Would the Vikings draft another punter? No way.
Now, 5 straight completions.
Low key, the Vikings draft a better holder. But no, the Vikings will probably stick with Wild. Maybe bring someone in camp, maybe an undrafted rookie.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Because as far as I know, punting, Matt Wild's been solid. His holding has been very suspect.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
I'd be very, very interested to see if Prefer's here next year. Because it's hard. And I'm just a fan, and he's just the only common link between all of our special teams struggles the last couple of years. You have to think, well, he was there for Harvin and Patterson and Blair Walsh's rookie year, and he was good. But then he was also there for the downfall of Blair Walsh and the Daniel Carlson experiment and
But we always talk about
whatever happened to Dan Bailey this year. So, also you throw Marcus Shells in the mix for when he was good. But is that just because Prefer's a special teams genius, like everybody says? Or did Harvin and Patterson and Sherrills and all those guys make him look good? Oh, hammer. The goon takes it out. By the way, I'll give the Vikings one more offensive series and they don't score a touchdown. I'm going to call this stream, or I'm not going to call it stream over. I'm going to call this a sim over. Mercy rule. Vikings lose. And I'll play again. And I'll play the Vikings and see if I can make it a little bit closer. And all I have to do is not lose by 21. So even if I get destroyed, as long as I'm within 21, I'll call it a W in my books. But unless there's a stud punter in like the 7th round or something, I think the Vikings need to be done with drafting special teams players. They are very, very, very rarely worth it. And if you draft one and they suck, even if it's only for 2 games like Daniel Carlson, then you look just a horrible, god-awful pick.
They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun,
Trubisky looking at sacked, and Hunter, his 2nd sack of the game. Well, I gave quite a buff in Madden. He's like an 88 or something overall. I buffed him to like a 94, 95, something like that. Basically turned his play recognition way up because it's really, really good in real life.
They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up.
Yeah, it was wild. Kai Forbath took a long time to even get signed. Do you think... I could also see they'll probably will bring in an undrafted kid to compete with Dan Bailey, especially because Dan Bailey's price tag's high. I don't know if he would come back for because he's only on the 1-year contract, so it's very interesting who will be the kicker next year. And of course, the ball will die right at the millimeter line. Holy cow, Madden is wild. That's how they think physics works. Thinking about the slow start on offense last week, it's probably because the first drive was on the 1 as possible in the 2nd drive. They dropped a 20-yard pass. Yeah. Very true, Jacob. That's just a tough start. Very uncharacteristic of Diggs to drop a pass because, you know, it's jinxing because Pro Football Focus every week's tweeting out Diggs is the only receiver this year to not have a drop. He's the most catches or targets, whatever, without a drop. He's so good. You know it's going to jinx it eventually. But at least it happened. And now in the playoffs. So the Vikings left to drive 99 yards for me to continue this simulation. See if we get a safety on the very first play so I can end it. Run up the middle. And safety on the first play. Who absolutely called it. Running up the middle. On the goal line. Never works. So, that was fun, everybody. Watch the Vikings get destroyed for almost 4 quarters. GG. Got blown out at home. Season's over. Yeah, very true, Trex. Which... Do you guys want the Rams to be losing to the Bears and give it their all? Leave their starters in the game. Show their offense off apart, potentially. You don't want this to happen because you have to be a good guy. But, potentially... injure or at least ding up a few other key players, key starters, or get the easy W and take the Bears full strength in Chicago. I don't think the receivers suck in Denver. I mean, they had Demaryius Thomas for half the year before they traded him to the Texans. Emmanuel Sanders used to be really good. I think he's definitely aged, but he's pretty good. And their running back's pretty good, so... I think Case was just an average quarterback, if that. He at his best last year, Case looked like a poor man's Russell Wilson. At his worst, he looked like Christian Ponder. So that's kind of what you get. You get like a... Eh. You think though? You think so? You think they'd go for that? You think they'd throw away a chance for the bye to play us instead of the Eagles? I mean, I'd be kind of okay. It's so weird. I don't know how okay with it, because I want to be so stressed out. I mean, knowing the Vikings, they could still lose to the second team Bears. And that is the Vikings for you. But of course, I only play the offense, so this game doesn't take forever. And playing defense in Madden is horrible. How about my boy Nick Foles not knowing how to be a quarterback until December? This is an Eagles question, but honestly, do you guys think Nick Foles is just better than Wentz? No, Wentz was like the MVP candidate last year, and right when Nick Foles took over the offense, he was pretty horrible until the NFC Championship game. But now Foles takes over the offense, is like, yo, I'm just the best now. Yeah, they should be. Are the Rams the noon game? Because if they're the noon game, the game should be over with by 3:30. So the Bears should know what they'll be playing for while they're warming up. They should have a good idea. But it really will depend, because they might want to just crush the Vikings and get that momentum. Because a win week 17, I don't know statistically how that much fares, if that momentum's worth it at all. But it'll be interesting. Oh, the Rams are 325 too, so. No, I believe the Steelers game was... Well, it might have been his first game he started. But it was not his first game overall. But yeah, he looked bad at times. He does not get enough credit for the loss in the NFC Championship game. The pick 6 to Patrick Robinson on the Vikings' first drive. Yeah, because the Vikings started out on the second drive because we got a touchdown. We made the Eagles punt, and then we were driving again, and then threw the pick 6 to Robinson, and then nothing since. Oh, nice block, Thielen. He almost did something. But yeah, Keenum was definitely up and down last year, but then we go more up and down this year with Cousins. So, you know, I'd hate to have a consistent quarterback. Y'all like my offensive play call, by the way? I try to make it as realistic to the Vikings as possible. Outside run and stuff. Play's not designed to cut inside like that, but I had the first down, so I took it.
Second and inches is oftentimes.
I really like this play. It does not work against 3-4 defense very well. So I might have to do that slant. Basically, you have to read the defensive end. Hey, it worked for once. But my God, I have 14 blockers there, and they all just, what's up, Bear? Keep going and make sure to tackle Thielen. We hate gaining yards with the Vikings.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the
I would hate that too, Jacob. You didn't believe it. I do not need that. I do not need to hear that.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're
oh boy.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously,
I like mesh. It doesn't really work well if it's zone coverage, but
leverage, athleticism, they created some
which
nice
is probably not to do well. It looks like probably cover 3.
Now Cousins.
I know we got it. Easy. What a great play call by me. What a great play call.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
As long as you go through your
they want to expect it back to back. Who's dumb enough to run drags back to back? Definitely not me.
It's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
Let's cover one. Give me a blitz. Get a big chunk out of it. Give me that lead block. Oh, if I make that guy miss, Thielen get that block, probably touchdown.
No gain, and it's second down.
Pass complete. but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Root for the Bears?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, sure. I don't have a problem with the Bears.
Throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
Oh, bad decision. I had Diggs.
Interception here on their
Bad decision by
opening
me.
drive. But instead, third
All right,
down.
midfield. Do I go with Old
pretty
Faithful?
nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got
Where
it
that
all.
safety goes.
Speed,
He'll
athleticism,
get Diggs.
hands, a little bit questionable.
Cousins now.
Why are you taking 25 steps backwards? I think that's go for it territory.
And he'll be
Not going to do a
taken down
20-yard
at the
punt if I kick it in the end
44-yard
zone, so.
line. They get 7 there, but it brings
Oh,
up 4.
coach even says go for it.
Forget
What
about
a great
the run to
coach.
set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Alrighty.
Here on the opening drive.
Is there a better play call here? I love this play, but play actions are so stupid in Madden.
Now Cousins on 4th down.
Oh!
That's
Good catch.
Well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Well, peel back the curtain.
Yo, I would cheer my brains out for Detroit. They need it just as much as the Vikings. I think there's a little bit of an unspoken love between teams that haven't won the Super Bowl, except for the Eagles. Drew.
What a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game. That was a really nice play. Able to
big
stack
play here.
that one up. When they get back in the
I know we're in field goal range,
tell
but
those guys up front, great job.
Oh.
They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Oh, easy money by Thielen.
And a nice gain at 21.
But yeah, nobody roots for the Packers.
They're piecing together.
Nope,
a nice
even
drive.
Packer fans
Start
root for the
seems pretty
Packers.
Scripted and pretty successful so far.
It's a poor decision overall.
Without our help, because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys gonna come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
For mine.
That's good. Yeah, that little brotherly hatred, I like it.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield. And
Pretty big hole.
It's quite a surprise to the guy playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works.
Give it again.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Go again. Slightly different. Slightly different. O'Neal pushed him right to me.
They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Oh, and he didn't. Oh, boy.
Big tight end for a Viking touchdown.
Got him. That's how we do it, boys. Our defense actually doing something.
The offense
Pins way the hell back, but
they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter.
oh, look at them blitzing. Look at them blitz. They think I won't see that blitz.
Back near the goal line, Cousins, and it's incomplete.
They had much of a choice there. That zone right there. They were blitzing. I had no
Put a
choice.
check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just
Yo,
did it
when
on that
Dalvin
one,
just
forced the
gets
incompletion.
untouched to the
That'll allow him to
linebackers,
get
that's
bolder with his
scary.
pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere.
Probably should have waited. Oh well. And a 2, got a little bit of room now. High low dig. Definitely just. It's okay if we don't get it.
They need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Oh yeah. We take those. Easy.
Go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped.
Yeah, well, you want for the Packers.
Hey, we talk about Adam Thielen.
And all the commentators are like,
Section receiver, make some tough catches,
they just have all the excuses in the world for the Packers.
close to the Twin Cities.
But for the Vikings, well, it's just because they're a bad team. They just weren't as good as you thought they were. Last year was just a fluke. Okay.
The connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
Yeah, we killed Miami. That was fun. A team that we should have beat, and we did. This is not the Vikings way. Imagine if he would have killed the Bills. It would not. If he would have killed the Bills, we would have been in the playoffs already. This game might be for the division, actually.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through.
This Madden thinks I shouldn't run this way. I'm going to run this way and get a first down. I'm going to run this way and get a first down. Oh, is Madden going to spike me if I get 3rd inches? Yeah. Oh, 2nd inches? Yeah, that's going to spike me. This is the same play again. I don't see that coming. Oh,
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line.
Yeah, David Morgan there blocking. Everybody coming.
He did a pretty good job following those guys through there.
Oh, thanks for taking 25 steps backwards towards the line of scrimmage, Dave. I love that feature in Madden.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Sometimes it's designed,
yeah.
But sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket.
So what do you guys think about that debacle? Do you think he cut Carlson too early? But he did very good for the Raiders. Should have a hole in that, so I don't know what the problem is over there. Oh, he even came inside first.
Gets around him, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
There it is. A little bit more realistic than computers can show in the Vikings. How about lead?
We just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
Or if Treadwell catches that pass.
He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can manage.
Oh yeah.
And he's gonna get
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
30. 10 more there and another first down.
That a kid.
They go play action here on first
down. Boy. I pressed triangle though. They nerfed the throw button. Just do away with ties? Well, it's basically, I know everybody's like, why is there ties in the NFL? It's just like an injury thing. Like, you really don't want these growing men to have to play for 6 quarters, 7 quarters, and who would want to watch that game either way? I know it sounds like, well, I would watch as much football as I want. Would you really watch a 5-hour football game?
When you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have
love back-to-back sacks. I'm just trying to make this realistic.
To vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes.
Robinson! Oh, the goat! Went up and got it. Best deep threat in the NFL.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do.
Also, I've been a fan of Treadwell because I like Treadwell a lot more in Madden than Robinson. In that situation, I'm glad it was Robinson.
That ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Ooh, easy. Oh, easy.
Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense, Jacob. I think he probably heard all the "this is a Super Bowl team," whispers and whatever, and it was like, "Oh shit! If I mess up at all,
so we are in the second
I'm gonna be the." He probably saw a lot of Blair Walsh film. Was like, "Oh shit, that's gonna be me." Oh, and like pissed his pants or some shit.
Cousins on first down.
Give me that block.
Throwing for his running back.
He would break that tackle earlier. I like that play throwing to the running back, even though it's designed for a wide receiver. So you had that crossing route for the wide receiver in that moment was Thielen. If I threw that a little bit later, I would have Thielen right there to set up a block. And just be like a design, like extended run and like a crack block. I like this pressure.
Cousins forced out to his left.
Slide. I was pressing square.
He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Yeah, already down 14 points. Yeah, when you have your boy John Gruden giving away all your best players. I love how everybody thought Amari Cooper was trash for some reason. Like, do you not remember how good he was in his rookie year?
Now Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph.
Did that one short on purpose so it'd be an easier catch.
46, good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They pitch it out to Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Could definitely see Dan Carlson going on to be having Coach Flip will go probably win a Super Bowl next year.
And shutting that one down.
Probably call that right now.
Play fake. Cousins.
Yeah. Maybe square with him. Thielen was going to be open, but I did kind of back up and in. How confident are we on this one again? I'll level out. That's a good third and forever play.
That happened fast and a big sack. Cousins with work to do after the sack.
All right. Looks like maybe a blitz. Nope, they back out.
Here's Cousins.
Oh, too easy. My boy Rudy. Give me forward progress after the first down, please. How? Oh my God, this game is trash. That was an easy first down. Then we're all like, sure, I'll break 14 tackles and take 3 steps so it counts as a new, whatever, progress, whatever it's called. God, this game is garbage.
The punt team now is this one sent away.
Except good thing my punting is the best of all time.
Here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
The season has been pathetic. It's definitely been a letdown. But you know what? If you get into the playoff, doesn't matter how you get in. Then you're all equal at that point. It will suck that I'm gonna bye. I was asked for that. That's fine.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They have been.
Let's see man coverage. That's why I'm doing a crossing route. Or they'll get an easy chunk, but it's zone. So lucky me.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day,
see if I can get out of bounds with this play.
Guys out on the field, and
save
right
these timeouts.
Locked in and really looking good.
And if I want to get these outside guys, final run out of bounds and lose yards, because my linemen and lead blockers are absolutely garbage. You have a bad feeling for Sunday? Come on, man, we're at home. At home? We got this at home.
Somewhere never showed up.
Dog, Leonard Walsh wasn't solid. He was amazing his rookie year. People don't forget. People just think of Walsh and think of Seahawks playoff game. Dog, he was basically perfect his rookie year.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50
he was insane
in the first half. A first down throw for Cousins.
Oh, okay. BRB, I need to get my laptop plugged in. Or we die. Alright, we good. Saved my life. And by the way, for those that weren't here earlier, I'm hoping to get an Elgato soon, so I can stream these from my laptop basically. So for you guys, I can do a face cam during these streams. I think that'd make the experience a lot more better.
They were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and
Yo,
react to it very
I think everybody kind of thinks the Eagles will spoil the season. You don't gotta say that out loud, oh my god. Oh my god. I think that was a good play call. Or a pretty good choice for me. Because I had a deep post in the middle. He's supposed to follow Thielen. He was. But he's made a good point on the ball, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't have done a loud throw.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first half lead.
Oh, come on. We had a hole. The brief wasn't horrible.
Offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
Eddie Jackson is really good, though.
Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
Yeah, see, I think the Vikings could win big this Sunday, well, at least maybe not scoreboard-wise, but win convincingly by, you know, like 9 points or something. And then get destroyed in Chicago the following week. But oh, there you go. There's your Madden 19 Dalvin Cook realism. Ray can do that arm tackle.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a play fake here on first down.
Oh, catch the ball, Phelan. My boy. You're not allowed to drop balls. I don't care if you get hit.
But before the game, you and I were looking at some of
the highlights from last
week, and
drop the ball.
That 99-yard touchdown run by Derrick Henry.
Not only was it a top play, it's going to be memorable, and again, not just for 99 yards, which is enough of a reason to remember.
Oh, truck him! Close. That'd be short, the inches.
Stiff-arming people. I mean, it was an incredible, strong run.
And shout outs for Madden for instantly giving that run from the Titans dude a 99 stiff arm rating for one good stiff arm. Sweet.
What a play.
Yeah, those are the only two guys to have a 99-yard touchdown run. Incidentally, both of them Heisman Trophy winners as well.
And a friend of ours on social media, he sent out a post that said, and with that run, Derrick Henry locks up his second Heisman Trophy.
Going deep for He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Almost.
Those passes out that far wide.
I'll just get run with it, but I didn't think it really had a lane.
Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a
long maybe can't think of next year already when we're at stub. Should be in the playoffs. Oh, did a little bit early. We still got it.
He got that, yes. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games.
I do like these play action and the passes to the running back, where he's the guy supposed to get the ball right away. Definitely like it in concept. It doesn't work all the time, especially when they nerf the throw button and you clearly press X to throw to Kyle Rudolph. Instead, Cousins will just throw the ball on the ground and take a sack. Love that play, man. Because easier roster doesn't mean anything when you get to the playoffs and also you get to play the best teams anyways. Oh, good throw, Cousins. That's why we paid you the big bucks.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw.
Okay.
Well, we know he has confidence.
Overall, I think on quarterback plays are pretty solid in this game. One interception was. Oh!
And this is going to be.
Did he drop it? No way, he got a hand on it.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And the punt team on now is this one.
Wow, almost perfect. A little too far, dang it. Boy, Matt. Why? Oh. Alright, 8-point game. I think it's time to get serious again. You know, play actions. Play action bootlegs is what teams with bad O-lines do. And then it's glitchy. Like, if you do play action, your tackles are just horrible. So you like an instant sack.
What's the key to this drive? I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is
definitely need to run some clock though and passing a bit much.
The passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Did he get it? I have no idea where I was. I'm like crowd. That's all I knew.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize.
Let's see what they give us. Oh yeah, we should have a hole right there. Right around run, there's a hole. Should be easy. Should be easy for that first down. You got it. There you go. No huddle. Do play action out of it. Oh, just a little drag, huh?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
If they want to blitz.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
I don't know why it's lagging.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's an 8-yard
And right back
and that'll bring
to
up second down.
another run. They nerfed the hike button, alright.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon.
Not sure why my guard didn't pick up the blitzing linebacker instead of just let him drill me. Or the safety.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this one hauled in by Rudolph.
Take that easy play.
And he's able to take it across.
So any of you Minnesotans getting crazy snow right now? I am actually in rain today.
Last one, a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for
I am in southern Minnesota right now.
Before he got to the sideline. But what great vision.
About 90% chance I get instantly sacked on this play, so let's see how that works. Yeah, you see me try. You see Cousins' arm go out like he's gonna throw. That's why I press circle to throw the ball. If y'all didn't see it, 5 sacks. My God, that's actually probably realistic. I press circle right here. Cause I'm trying to throw digs right here. But instead of throwing it, throwing, taking the hit, whatever, and having a bad pass or something, you'll just be like, oh no! And the ball like always does this thing where it's coming down, so it could be a fumble, and like 9 times out of 10 it is. So I'm lucky you didn't fumble it. My guy, God, just throw those stupid ball, Cousins. You're so horrible. Oh, it's done now, though? That's no fun. Well, actually, I do want a little bit of snow, because when you don't have to drive through it and you don't work or anything, snow's fun. Why is it so laggy? My God, Madden 19 is trash.
It's a gain of 7 on the carry, but they'll need to double that here.
Oh, see, we need to do a screen, pick it up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this
drive. The other side was Ralph leading the way for digs.
I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Yeah, I'm not doing it that way, though, with Cleo Mack right there.
Left side by Robinson.
I'm not going to go. I saw Cleo Mack snip that one out. No way.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations.
You used to be able to that Northwest Minnesota then?
Isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there.
See if we can get a good punt this time. Be right there. Looks like a short one. I wish Madden would tell you about how golfing is in games, where it will tell you about how far it's going to go. I wish it would tell you where you'd want on your bar. And maybe like the awareness of the punter would go and play there, where it would be a range for lower awareness. It'd have a bigger range for how far it would go in certain places in the meter, or at least the consistency of the punt, where high awareness punters would know exactly how far they'd have to go. How about a shot on first down? Hey, we got turnover, nice. Oh, look how shallow the safeties are. If we can block this, should have a deep ball coming.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Out to his left. Going deep for Diggs.
Oh, catch the ball, Diggs.
Collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Where they got close to a foot?
That pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because...
What are you doing shoveling in 2 hours? Just wait for the snow to be done like a reasonable person, my guy.
Trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm about 3 hours on the other side of the city.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, Mike just cut up field. Don't take 20 minutes to turn. Oh, my God. I'll take it, though. I'll take the first down. That should let the clock run out the third quarter.
Because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of
All right, fourth quarter, boys. Hey, this is so much more realistic than a computer-controlled game. It's almost like the CPU in Madden 19. It's absolutely horrible.
First down, here's Cousins.
I'll take 4 yards on the first down. Was that just really good man coverage, or was that actually zone? Yeah, it looked like man. That's really weird. That's a man-to-man beating play. They just owned it. Definitely running here. Yeah, I don't know why it says not to, because we're on a run. There's a huge hole. If we get a little bit of help, it should be an easy first down like it was. Oh, we'll go straight out of it. Now they're 2 safeties short. Oh, what a catch. There you go, Diggs. My boy. Alexander, you know, Madden tried to just, it's probably my fault for pulling the sprint button down. Like, the agility should be high enough where you can cut full sprint and still have the speed.
Late stages of the game here in the fourth quarter.
Yo, love the Vikings. Shout out over here. What is your name spelled? As your parents mistakenly spelled, I think they meant Sean, but your name's spelled Scene. I love how instead of avoiding the arm tackle, I do love how you can easily get tackled by arm tackles like that in that 19 too. Definitely a pretty cool mechanic.
99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried
about let's go, guy. Hey, that's been kind of tripped the ball.
100 yards or more in a game.
That one goes for 13 yards.
Imagine the Vikings could run the ball.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it?
I like slants. It seems like a safe play, but you can easily get it jumped and get picked too. So.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Wide open receiver complete.
I don't like doing it to the clear max side because he's to carry.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer.
I want to play action deep ball. But I like off tackle too. I think this is a very Vikings play right here. Right off tackle here. It doesn't work out very well in Madden, but the hole usually opens up inside like that play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
What's one of my favorite play action plays? Especially with how shallow the safeties are.
If you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
Oh, Aldrich.
What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
I should have done an L2 that time. I'd done a low pass.
For the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Alright, want something safe here. It's 3rd down, but if I don't get it, it's not a big deal. So we can pin him deep.
Raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend
Aldrich, you're a deep ball guy, right? Oh my god, you're trash.
Have some fun. And now the 3rd down throw.
Kyle Fuller and Aldrich, he should win it, so I'll take it.
Falls incomplete.
Definitely just don't want to do a turnover there.
Me a long time ago the difference between playing
probably too far.
Safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn.
Oh, it's perfect. Hey, Cheryl's going to catch it. Stupid dumbass.
Yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Yes, Scene, who's your favorite player? Adam Thielen. Part of my gifts, I got a Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs like jersey shirt thing. Those are pretty sweet.
Cousins to throw it.
Single up on Thielen. Are you kidding me? Catch the damn ball.
Brandon looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a
tough
catch all the way.
Perfect play call on my end.
Right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about
I'll take 3 yards. It's fine.
Line.
You live an hour away from Adam Thielen?
They'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this
That's pretty sweet.
So they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this.
But yeah, it's not that Adam Thielen's undrafted.
3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
Again, I don't want to force anything.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Now the hit comes.
Hey, Cousins, you're trash. Cousins, you're trash. Cousins, you're absolutely garbage.
Touchdown, Chicago.
God. Imagine being Kirk Cousins getting paid to be horrible.
At the 25-yard line as as this offense gets set to take over. Now Cousins here on the bootleg.
Throw the damn ball.
He's taken down.
That's not. I'm mad at Cousins, but I'm mad at Madden 19 more because I'm obviously throwing the ball, and I think in time for it to be a throw. Look at this time. My arm's moving right now. Press the throw button right now. Arms back. He's 2 steps away. That's plenty of time. But then right here is like, oh no! Instead of throwing it, he just goes, oh, and gets a sack. Very sweet mechanic by Madden 19.
So now 20 yards to go on second.
So that should have been about a 15-yard completion instead of it went -10.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
I shall across. Yeah, this dumb. See, I'm glad you're with me on that one.
That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, great way to put it, because he doesn't get too.
It just took too long. I wanted Rudolph really, but he was covered. We got tackled before. Then I had Diggs underneath with my next option, but he took too long to get open. That was a realistic sack, where I just didn't have time. A good coverage sack, might add. I was called in the biz. There you go. Good job, Holton. Hopefully defense can come through. Still up by 8. It's a very good chance that I will still have the lead. There we go.
So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery. Cousins now after the fumble recovery.
Throw it over his head.
A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted.
Okay, not enough time to throw it around, Khalil Mack. So middle of the field.
Coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Well, press X too fast. This is still a good play. My favorite third down play.
A second down completion got him 7.
Wish we had a run play. I could go out of it, but I'm not going to run with Cousins. He's definitely inching that way, so I might be able to throw it deep now. But now it's open. Well, I had a pretty solid Christmas. All my siblings had somewhere else to go, so it was kind of a weird dinner situation where it's just me, my sister, and her husband. It was a little bit different.
Scouted it, or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph.
Yeah.
No gain there on the completion.
Had Diggs covered. If y'all don't know how to run this play, see if there's somebody else more open. But Diggs is. So I guess I should have thrown to him because he was wide open. The idea is that they both go for the outside guys, and then he gets wide open. Both defenders should go outside, and then Diggs will be wide open. It usually gets about 7 yards. And in this instance, I should have thrown to him. Thielen's kind of, if they blitz, they're able to out route over there. Honestly, he looked fairly open. He just caught it, turned around, so he had no speed. If he could have just ran him over, probably could have got 5-6 yards. But Kyle Rudolph on breaking tackles are two completely different ideas.
They still rallied to the football.
You met Diggs? That's pretty sweet. Like an autograph signing or just seeing him out and about?
No gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a give. This is Murray.
Oh, that a kid Mert. I'm okay with settling for field goal here 3 minutes ago. Up by 11, basically GG.
I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind.
There you go. Well, touchdown's definitely icy.
Brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains gains that one for 14
Well, Coach
yards.
Colin pass plays.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long
I might
way
gall
toward
pass play
wrapping
just so they
this
get
one
into a
up.
dime defense and
Time
run
for
out of
a
it.
break. We're back to see what
That's always a good thing to do in Madden. But playing it very safe here, making them burn the timeouts with the GGs. Wait, time of football is pretty sweet.
A search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll try and run for it on first and goal.
You gotta take a game or two. They can call their timeouts. It seems much more realistic, a relatively close game, but no one really felt out of reach. Yeah, who would have guessed?
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line.
Now, Jacob, for someone who was around for at least most of the simulations last year, I met in 18. Those were a lot more consistently realistic, were they not? Or at the very least more fun.
He'll get it up the middle.
Because realistic is hard to say because any game can go anyway. Like the Bills can dominate the Vikings, for example.
Stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They've been so good on third down all day long.
Well, yeah, the crowds are so generic, and look at them just. Every home game has all their color fans. It is pretty realistic, or pretty horrible. Oh, a loss of 7. Yeah, that's realistic, Madden. I think forward progress was a loss of 1 or 2. Still things like that grind my gears in Madden. Won't be hilarious if this was blocked.
Out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
Alright, that's basically GG's. 11-point advantage. There it is. GG's.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're
there were some hype ones too, where they were close to the end. There was one really good one. I think it was the Patriots this year. It was really, really good. Where both teams were in it till the very, very end. There was a comeback. Big plays were happening. So I'll stick with Madden 19 the next year too. But let's look at the stats because I bought the 19 because I thought it would be better. But I'm not gonna. EA doesn't deserve my money. All right, but let's look at the two quarterbacks. 286. That's even high for him, but no touchdowns. Maybe you could say probably some garbage time yards, probably. But very realistic Cousins games, I'd say. He probably doesn't get 44 passes, but maybe. Then 27, 120. I had a lot of touches on offense. Holy cow. That's definitely a high, but that's kind of the formula to win. A lot of carries, run well. Oh, it's Trey Burton again, just like the simulation. Diggs. Y'all didn't see in the simulation. I ended it at the end of the third quarter. Trey Burton had like 12 catches for like 130 yards, which is insane. Yeah, the AI has been horrible. Diggs 7 for 77, Rudolph 9 for 62. 2 for 45 for Aldrich, the one like 40-yard bomb. 5 for 41, Thielen. I don't expect Thielen to have a big day at all. CJ, only Tariq Cohen 1 for 4. He'll have a lot more at least receptions in real life. And probably have a lot more than 4 yards. Actually. Oh, Neal doesn't give up sacks. Unrealistic. 2 sacks. No. Vikings don't get sacks. To deal with the sack, I'll take it. We got the fumble. Vikings had some turnover, I think. Unless they went for a 4th down or something. Anthony Barr. Okay. Alright. So I think that will do it. So if all goes to plan, I'll have my game preview for this game up tomorrow. My idea, so I'm actually going to Sioux Falls tomorrow to watch Jeff Dunham. So I probably won't have it uploaded by the time we leave, but hopefully it'll be uploaded by the time I get somewhere where I can get this up. I actually had my game recap go up today for the Lions game. That was supposed to go up like 2 days ago. I kind of forgot about it. It was up on YouTube. I just had to throw my thumbnail on it and tags all YouTube stuff. But I just kind of forgot about it. All Christmas, I'm back from break and everything, all that. That was supposed to be up a little while ago. But the Bears game, unfortunately, I can't record tonight because for some reason that's a little bit loud and people don't like it when I'm loud at home. Which I wish I had a place by myself where I could do YouTube more freely, especially more later at night, where it wouldn't be bad if I was loud until whenever I wanted to, basically. So that's what I gotta work with when I'm at home. But hopefully by midday tomorrow, my game preview is up. Not Minnesota, South Dakota, Sioux Falls. Yeah, so hopefully by midday I'll have a chance to get it on. Unfortunately, it's really dumb. The way YouTube's set up, I can't put a thumbnail on from my phone, which I think is just ridiculous. I can change the title, I can throw tags on, but nope, can't change the thumbnail for whatever reason. That's why a couple weeks ago, I forget if it was a game preview, probably. I think I actually did a game preview like a couple hours before the game because I got it, so I might as well get it up in time. That's barely in time. So I uploaded it from my phone when I was getting a ride to it was my mom's birthday we were celebrating, so it was to Baker Square, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just upload it and it'll be done uploading. And cause I was gonna upload it before I went onto the trip. But my computer was stupid and was like, oh, you don't want to upload this all night, right? So I uploaded it while I was driving, and when I had a chance to upload it, I made it public from my phone, and I just emailed myself the thumbnail I made, but you can't do that over the phone for no reason. So, yeah, you set the random-ass YouTube-generated thumbnail for that one for a while. I appreciate it, Sheen. But yeah, every week when the Vikings are still playing, I'll be doing these live streams for and doing the simulation for the upcoming game. In preseason or the off season, what I meant to say is I'll stream other games. I still have games I was working on last off season that I need to get in and play some more. Unfortunately, I didn't get any new games for Christmas, but I might just pick up Red Dead or something and have that going. So, but The Witcher 3 and the one with the robot dinosaur things. Those two games were the games I was playing last off season that I want to get back into and beat, so I can get them off and uninstall. Uploading from the phone is terrible. Oh, like and sub and the bell. Appreciate it, Sheen. Appreciate to the choir. If y'all have not subbed, press that red subscribe button. Ring the bell. It is nice, so you can actually see when the videos get uploaded. I know Jacob has problems with it, even with the whatever he has going for him too. YouTube likes to not tell people when people upload sometimes, so ring the bell helps, but staying around YouTube helps too. YouTube just likes to screw people. You know how it goes. But yeah, so even when the off season is here, I'll still have videos. I'll still be 95% Vikings related. But I'll be streaming other games. We can talk about whatever during them. Those are nice little chill live streams, so those are fun. And if I could do once or twice a week, that'd be the goal. So stay tuned in the off season, and we'll have some fun then. If y'all want to play Madden, I can play you guys. If you guys have a PS4, that's what I'm on. I can play you guys on Madden, or if there's other multiplayer games, I would pick up. If y'all wanted to play Black Ops 4 with me, I would do it. But I would only play that with Squad. Maybe Fortnite. I'd play y'all in Squad Fortnite. I have not touched it due to how popular it is. I know if Jacob's not here, if Jacob's still here, I know he plays Fortnite. so I could squad with some viewers on Fortnite or something like that. Or Overwatch. I like Overwatch a lot, so if y'all want to play Overwatch, that could be a go-to multiplayer game that I could play for you guys. But yeah, so I'll be doing live streams. I might do a vote on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at JoZ. So I might do a poll over there to see what games you guys are interested in me playing for the off season. But hopefully there's more simulations to come as the Vikings stay alive in postseason. So yeah, stay tuned to the channel. I'll keep you guys updated. I might just do a actual update video at the end of the Vikings season. Hopefully that's not until February. And where I can talk about how the off season is gonna work for my channel, so you guys can, get a more of a thorough and spoken out and whatever, thought out ideas of what's gonna go on in the off season on the channel. But yeah, if y'all like what you guys see now, it should still be very good. I'm actually more excited for the off season content that I can do. I don't want it to happen, of course, I want the Vikings to win, but doing the game preview, game recap things. Not sure if you guys noticed, but it gets really rinse and repeat, and which makes it not as fun as some of the off-season stuff where I can do a very different type video ideas. And doing YouTube with school and working and stuff like that is very tough and time-consuming. But I'll keep it up as much as I can. Vikings 7895. All right. Seeing if you want to play with me. Oh yeah, you don't even need a PS4 to play Fortnite with me, because that's a. You can play that on any console, like literally anything. So that could be an option. If I could be the 120,000th person playing Fortnite, streaming it. You're a mobile player. That's silly. But yeah, we'll have fun in the off season is the point. But we'll have even more fun in Vikings playoffs. But then that'll mark the end of this stream. Thanks for y'all for turning out. It was fun. We had a pretty little squad here. I've not touched PUBG. I know it's basically like not as silly Fortnite. But yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, or I'll probably just do a video too, and we can figure out what we want some of the off-season, non-Vikings related stuff to be. And yeah, the chat can go wherever it wants, and we can talk about Vikings while we do whatever game too. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Hopefully next Tuesday. Tuesday's supposed to be my stream night, but Tuesday's been holidays lately, and it's New Year's next Tuesday, so we'll have to see. But before the playoff game for sure, because we're beating the Bears this Sunday. But yeah, see you guys then.